Okay, so I want to talk about seminars. Aikido seminars, and specifically, they're really fun. You spend hours of just training, getting little sleep. They're very tiring, but they're very energizing at the same time. And basically all you do is train, eat, train, maybe eat a little bit, train, drink at night, barely any sleep, rinse and repeat for 3 days. Now, the amount of information that you can retain from a seminar is very limited. The amount of techniques, kata, exercises, whatever it is that you learn, you forget about 75% of it by the end of the seminar. The thing is that seminars are not about learning as much as techniques as you can. They're not about learning new techniques and be proficient at them by the end of the seminar. You see, seminars are about sharing an experience. The instructor is there to provide with an experiential training. It is impossible to cover all the basic and fundamentals of Aikido or calligraphy or any other art in just that short period of time. And yes, 12 hours of training over the weekend, it is a short period of time. It is often said that seminars are about experiencing Shugyo. After practice, training, forging, discipline comes the deepest level of our training, which is Shugyo. Shugyo doesn't really have a literal translation. What Shugyo is the embodiment of your training, how you take your training from the mat to your daily life. At this level, and the goal of experiential training is to surpass physical and mental boundaries. It is at this level that we can truly experience mushin, no mind, which doesn't mean not to have any thoughts. What it means is to let go. Last weekend, I headed down to Brooklyn, New York to teach a Shodo session at a seminar with Greg Noble Sensei from Shenshinkai Aikido Association. The seminar called Ken-Sen Sho was a typical Aikido seminar with emphasis on the 3 pillars of budo. Ken, which means sword and represents the martial training. Zen, which represents the training of the mind through zazen or city meditation. And Sho, which means to write and represents the calligraphy brush. Although we use calligraphy, Sho really stands for art, the creative process of expressing your feelings, emotion, and state of mind. These 3 practices are used concurrently in our training and development. Think about how an appetizer, a dessert, and an entree make a complete meal. Each course individually are good, but when you have all of them together is what makes the meal memorable. My Shodo session took place after lunch on Saturday. In the 3 hours I had to teach the calligraphy portion of the seminar, I could not get into the basic principles and fundamentals of Shodo. I have an online course for that. But that was not the purpose of this session. My intention was to provide an experience. I had 3 hours to create an environment where the students can experience the benefits and challenges of Shodo. Somehow it all had to make sense for them. By the end of the session, I hope they understood how Shodo connects with Aikido and Zen. But more importantly, that they experienced that connection within themselves. I decided to work with large brushes. I had them kneel on the floor and use their whole body to move the brush. The physical connection of body and brush opens the door for mind and body unification. Since I didn't have time to go over the 8 basic strokes, I decided to focus on 2 simple characters, San and Ju, which is 30. And they're simple because they're composed of simple horizontal lines and vertical lines. This was the warm-up, so to speak. Once everyone was comfortable and the ice had been broken, I then moved on to a more challenging kanji character. I demonstrated how to brush the character of Shin, which means sincerity, and explained the 3 styles of calligraphy, Kaisho, Gyosho, and Sosho. As they attempted to brush Shin in all 3 styles, the main focus was continuity and connection. In Aikido, the concept of connecting with your uke is always stressed. Aikido without connection does not work, both physically and philosophically. Connection between strokes, between your mind and the brush is crucial in calligraphy. I knew students would feel a bit overwhelmed or embarrassed at the outcome of their calligraphy, especially if they never picked up a brush before. "I can't do this" was an unsaid statement in their eyes. To break this barrier, I created a contradictory expectation. I told them at the end of the class they all had to pose for a picture holding their calligraphy. So it better be good. In order for them to be okay with that, you had to be okay with the way your calligraphy came out. You had to feel proud to stand behind it and be photographed with it, forever attached to that outcome. I would share the picture in my website, here, social channels, everywhere for everyone to see. No pressure, right? However, on the other hand, I told them that it didn't matter. It didn't matter how the calligraphy came out. It didn't matter what they thought about it. It didn't matter what other people thought of it. All it mattered is that they experienced the connection between mind and brush. Before the bristles touched the paper, they had to be already free of any expectation. They had to let go of the calligraphy before it was even created. Only then can calligraphy from Mushin be created. I have to say, everyone did awesome. I was really happy with the outcome. I was really happy with everybody's calligraphy. It really worked out that we had the calligraphy session after Aikido training in the morning and after lunch, so everybody had their bellies full, so that the outcome was better. And I firmly believe that if we had done calligraphy before Aikido training, the results would not have been that good. Now, those of you out there who are training calligraphy or are taking my online course will probably look at the pictures and say, well, the composition is a little off, he didn't do this correctly, she didn't do this right, the strokes don't look blah blah blah. But technicality was not the point. The point was to create an experience where they can feel the connection between Aikido, Zen, and calligraphy. I firmly believe in the integration of Shodo and martial art. Asian masters like Yamaoka Teshu and Minamoto Musashi are prime examples of how beneficial these two practices complement each other. I really enjoyed the seminar. I had a great time, and I want to thank Greg Noble Sensei from Senshinkai Aikido Association for inviting me for the second year and hosting me on that seminar, as well as everyone from Jikishinkan Dojo in Brooklyn, New York, because they're the one who hosted the seminar and did a really good job to putting the event together. So thank you guys. I really enjoyed it. I hope that I can be back next year, and I really want to do more of these type of events. So if anyone out there who does Aikido or martial arts and are interested in having that experience of connecting calligraphy with martial arts, just let me know. Contact me through the website, and then we can probably work something together. That's it for this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, Intro to Japanese Calligraphy online course is open, so head down below to check it out if you're interested in taking calligraphy as a formal practice or more seriously, and then you can go over to the course and learn all the basic, all the fundamentals, the tools, the basic strokes, and how to start brushing kanji, and that will set you on the path of learning Shodo and practicing Shodo as a complement to your other practices or for your daily life. It's a great art to just mess around at night. That's what I do. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.